Hey, hey, hey! What's up, guy?
What's happening, guys? We are here late Sunday night,
As you can see.
per the norm.
So, with our new theme, we have come to a conclusion.
Jesus?
Movies are 3 hours long. Plus.
So I think we talked about the Passion last week, or the last time we came
We
on.
talked about the Passion and the Nativity story.
Yeah. I remember the Nativity story was kind of weird.
1 hour and 41 minutes. But it wasn't
Yeah.
really...
It wasn't a movie.
No.
The Passion was certainly 3 hours or so.
It was only actually 2 hours and 7 minutes. But it felt a lot longer than that.
Yeah. It's a lot to watch. However...
We watched Risen from 2016, and that one actually wasn't 3 hours long. So it was 1 hour and 47 minutes. Why does it seem so much longer?
Oh, you know what? It's because it's the the recent movies that we watched were over 3 hours long. Yeah.
Right.
So,
the older movies. Yeah. So Risen was from 2016. That one was good.
I really enjoyed it. It's got the actor who was also in the sniper movie Enemy at the Gates. Was it Joseph Fiennes? Something like that?
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So it takes place shortly after Jesus' crucifixion. However, it is from the Roman perspective. So
He was a Roman, what did they call him? Tribune. But it's almost like just a soldier, a Roman soldier, or a head of the Roman soldiers. But they called him a tribune a lot. Joseph Fiennes.
Yeah.
Fiennes.
So I hear centurion. So I don't know if they're just different ranks. I'm just unfamiliar and I haven't looked it up.
Yeah.
But he was a figure of authority. We gathered that at least, and he had to investigate where did Jesus go. He was talking about the Pharisees.
He had to try to prove that Jesus was dead and hidden somewhere, rather than that what was prophesied, that he died and rose. Yeah,
and so just like in the Bible, it talks about the guards were at the tomb. They fell asleep for a period, and then they woke up.
And it was the stone that was stupendously heavy that one man could not have rolled away, and especially would not have been able to roll away from the inside of the tomb.
Right. Because they pushed it, they rolled it on its side from the outside, not from the inside. And interesting thing that they included in there, I don't know, maybe this is historical or not, but it was bound with some ropes and I guess some kind of Roman seal, wax seals, all over the thing. So to make it completely tamper-proof, it was the equivalent of whenever you had boys and girls on a field trip and everybody's supposed to stay in their hotel rooms. And what do? They tape the door or something like that?
Yeah, something. I don't think they do that anymore, but back in the day, they used to do stuff like that, yeah.
And so the guards were just terrified that, oh no,
we're in trouble.
We fell asleep.
We're going to die now because someone busted through this thing.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have been able to do it, and it would have definitely taken them a long time for them to do it, and we were asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of feel, am I going to lose my head over
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how they were, and so then the tribute ends up befriending the disciples and kind of going with them places and seeing they were in the upper chamber where the disciples met, and he was there and Jesus was there.
Yep.
So he saw him and looked into his face and said, "I helped to kill you."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yes, I know."
And
but Ned didn't treat him any differently than any of the other disciples, and
Jesus disappeared right in front of him, and so he just didn't know what to do with any of that, and so I thought, wow, I guess it was true.
Yeah. And then they see him later walking on the beach, and he allows them to catch this whole boat full of fish. And
Yeah.
so he's doing miracles in front of this tribute. So he can see, not only is he alive after he clearly saw him die, saw him buried, now he's seeing him alive and he's seeing him perform miracles that
Yeah.
no man could do.
And I like how both The Passion and this movie showed the point where the guards were about to break. They were breaking everybody on the cross, breaking their knees to quicken the death process. But then when they got to Jesus, they put the spear aside.
Yeah, he said, I don't need to do that. He's already gone.
Yep.
So
that
and that follows the prophecy of no bones of his will be broken.
Yeah.
So,
but the whole, I think it was a really good idea because you don't often think about the Roman perspective of everything, and especially how the disciples behaved and Mary and everybody else that was close to him. It's neat to see, because we read it after the fact in the Bible, but I like how these movies give a visual. Cat's playing with a toy.
the loudest toy she could possibly find right now during her live. So thank you, Amelia, for that one with her one paw.
And fantastic acting by Joseph.
Yes.
As the Tribune. Really, really good.
Yeah, he did a really good job with it. He made it definitely feel believable that he was just in awe seeing all of this with his own eyes. And yeah.
I liked another scene where they were,
hey guest, thanks for joining us.
hey, hola. And the Tribune was taking in witness after witness and recording all their accounts and just trying to make sense of everything because Jesus just disappeared and nobody knew how to explain it.
Yep.
It was really cool. I would watch it again.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah,
it was good.
I'd watch it again.
So what would you rate it?
8.
Oh.
I give it an 8.
I was gonna say 8.5.
Oh, okay.
So 8.5 and an 8 out of 10.
Certainly rewatchable
so
for sure.
It's a we would watch it again.
Yeah.
So give it a try.
A lot of positive user reviews from IMDb also.
Yeah.
So kind of cool to see.
And then the next one we watched is an old classic. So I'm sure we'll get some comments on this one. Yeah. Ben-Hur from 1959.
It's only 6 hours long.
It sure felt like it. It's 3 hours and 32 minutes long, but holy smokes, I think it took us 4 days to watch it, to
Which
finish
is pretty good, because sometimes it's taken us that long to watch an hour-and-a-half movie.
That's true. We did sit through a lot each night, though. At least 45 minutes.
It was like, this movie was like an epic, like the Odyssey.
Yeah, very good.
So much happened.
For its time, it was well done.
Super. What year?
1959. So there were parts that graphically you could tell that it was background.
Models versus real.
Yeah, so there's definite parts where you could see that it was made in 1959. But considering the year it came out, I think they did an excellent job.
So good. You can tell. However, it was really good.
It was really good. And they made it... They tried to make it feel realistic.
Yeah.
The best that they could.
And, I was impressed with how, with the Colosseum and Rome in general, everything was just so gigantic. And
yeah, larger than life for sure. And just big. And, man, I couldn't imagine the production that took to do that movie.
And the practical effects that they used to pull off these, the grandness of some of these scenes. So
yeah.
I think it no question tops the quality of some of these animated films where all that reality is lost, and those really don't place you in the movie like this one does.
And man, what an investment they must have made into this movie.
Yeah.
To pay all the crew and the staging, and there was tons of actors in this movie. I mean, this movie had to have cost them a fortune. I can look it up real quick while you talk about it.
Yeah. I know Charlton Heston. I think I want to say he was a member of the NRA, if I remember that. But I know him from Ten Commandments. I had no idea he was in Ben-Hur. This is my first time watching it. unbelievably.
Yeah, and he was so young in it.
Yeah, really young. And maybe it was just how actors were at this time, but, we both noticed that it was very, very dramatic. Which,
Yeah.
okay.
His facial
That's
expression.
Yeah.
Just over the top.
Or the look of devastation.
Okay, what's your guess on the budget for this one? For 1959.
1959. 800,000.
You're nowhere close.
Oh, man. What is it?
15 million
15 million.
in 1959. Y'all, that would have been
Like a gazillion dollars
a
now.
lot of money now.
15 million.
15 million. Opening weekend, it made 241,000.
Wow. Now, I don't know. See, because this started with an overture, and I wasn't in the room, and she said, I was washing dishes or something, and she says, it's okay, it's just the overture. And then I see, it literally says overture on the screen. And it's just a musical
And then
production.
there's an aperture later.
An intermission.
Intermission and an aperture. There was an aperture too.
What's an aperture?
I don't know, but it was on the screen. Another musical time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it grossed in U.S. and Canada. It grossed 74 million, and worldwide also 74 million.
I mean, just so much happened where it didn't. I guess it felt like a really long movie, but it's not like there were lulls in the movie.
Yeah, it kept a good flow, good even flow. The storyline kept continuous. There was kind of a little love connection between him and Esther.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ben-Hur is the name of the main character.
Yeah.
Benjamin Hur.
From the tribe of Judah.
Yeah. So, a lot happened in the story. Like his family went through it.
Yeah.
He was captured, and I think his father was killed. He was captured and basically sold into slavery to the Romans.
Mm-hmm.
Or captive. I don't know. They accused him of something that I think he didn't do, because then they came back and said he was innocent. And then they gave him a bunch of money or whatever because they realized he had been tortured, but he was innocent.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, his mom and his sister get leprosy, and so they're banished to the leprosy colony.
Yeah.
And all of these things are happening. They think he's dead. He thinks they're dead. And
Esther didn't want him to see them.
Well, because they told her not to tell him.
Right. Yeah.
So she was trying to fulfill that, but with the over dramatization, he could kind of tell that there was something that she wasn't telling him.
That's a really tough situation to be in, to be that middle person, but you want to have some integrity and honor that. But
when she saw how upset he was, when she said I think she didn't have to tell him that she saw them.
Yeah.
I think is where she went wrong. She should have just not said anything. But then she had to keep going with her lie and tell him that they were dead.
Yeah.
Which, if she wouldn't have said anything,
it was just a lie. Yeah.
Y'all keep yourselves out of trouble by just closing your mouth. You don't need to say anything sometimes, especially when somebody says, "Hey, keep my secret," and then you go, "Hey, hey, hey."
Yeah.
So I might have seen something.
Well, now you done open.
But I can't tell you.
Now you done open a can of worms.
Right. So y'all just save yourself the trouble by don't even open your mouth in the first place. So she kind of did that. She kind of had foot in the mouth kind of thing, and then she had to lie to cover her lie, and then he finds out that she lied, and he gets mad at her in their little 1950s style. I'm mad at you. No. Like, come on. That's kind of how they played that. It was super, super dramatic and just, I don't know.
Yeah, a different acting style back then, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
a lot of fun to watch. I enjoy watching it.
It was selected obviously because our theme was Jesus, and so I just didn't know what point in Jesus' life this took place, and it was right around his crucifixion.
Yeah, it's AD 33 is where the movie starts.
Okay, yeah.
So 2 years before.
So it was neat that he, that Ben-Hur had stumbled into. Well, Jesus offered him water, and then
While he was a prisoner.
yeah, and then he got to offer Jesus water as he was carrying his cross. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
Super good movie.
it is really good.
And I think one of the most impressive scenes was actually the chariot
The
race.
chariot race.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He over dramatically flips over the front of the chariot
Oh
when
my
they hit
goodness.
a bump, and you think he's gonna fall off of the thing, and he climbs back over and sits back down. Oh, he's back at it again, and he's going
Well, that one. I mean, some of them got
trampled.
I don't know
and-
how they did some of this stuff with the camera work, and they cut it at a certain spot or something.
Yeah.
And placed it with a dummy, obviously, but it looked really convincing. I mean, the guys got trampled,
Yeah.
and then the shape that his enemy, came out and was just
Man, pretty beat up. Like he
Yeah.
had been stepped on his chest, and he couldn't breathe well, and
almost looked like Jesus in the Passion, which was really beat up. He was trampled and drugged by a chariot.
so Ben-Hur wins the chariot
Yeah.
race, which was, of course, because then that gets him more prestige and more rights within the Roman
Yeah.
government. So yeah,
These effects were, I don't know, very, very good. High praise on this movie all around. Rewatchable, yes, but I think like Lord of the Rings, it would be something playing in the background, maybe New Year's Eve or something. Because
yeah,
it's a long
it's
movie.
long,
It's a long movie.
so long.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen it, it's a classic that you should watch.
Oh,
Because there's so much history and so much life played out in that movie.
yeah.
I had seen it several times before, so
Wow.
this time I kind of was doing other things also besides just watching it because I knew how the movie was going to play out. But for him, it was his first time watching it, so.
And so I wonder what it was like. It was a whole experience for the audience that got to see this in the theater with an intermission. And, everybody get up and walk around, refill their popcorn and stuff.
that,
And
which is crazy. We don't get intermissions in movies anymore.
talk about the
And
movie.
never fails. 10 minutes into the movie, popcorn is empty, soda is
Yeah.
empty, and
Yeah.
I have to go get it refilled because nobody else wants to get up and go. So intermissions would be great.
I can't think of a movie where that happened, but
Though just older ones. If you watch
Yeah.
other older ones, they have all that. But yeah,
yeah.
it's a good one. So rating it, I mean, it's a timeless classic. I would have to give it at least an 8.
I would also give it an 8. Both Risen and this one are just really, really great movies.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I was surprised. With Christian movies, it's really hard to find good ones that are.
Well, and
not
these
just
weren't necessarily Christian movies either.
history.
It's
Ben-Hur's fictional.
Based off of history.
Yeah.
A historical biblical truth.
Yeah.
But loosely based. I mean, it was for the dramatic effect.
Yeah.
It's not all of it wasn't factual. It was some of it was
Sure, yeah.
dramatized, but
Very dramatized.
and we started on another long movie. Actually, it's only an hour and 34 minutes, it says, but man,
Is that
we
the
only
silly
got an
one?
hour into it. We're not going to say what it is, but it's kind of a spoof movie.
I have a favorite part, and I'll.
Stupid comedy. So if you can guess what that is, put it in the comments. If you can guess which one we picked.
I'll clip it, and when we talk about this next time, we'll react to the clip for you. So
Yeah. So it's not my style of movie. We'll just put it there. But it's his. He's chuckling at several parts of it, and I'm like, oh boy. That was dumb.
a lot of
Stupid humor. So,
Yeah.
we're not going to say anything more about it because you got to try to guess and see what movie you think it is. It was made in the 70s, I will say that. So, that's all you get for info. See if you can figure out what movie it is and put it in the comments, and we'll let you know if you're right or not, and we will review that one next
Not that many
Sunday.
Jesus films from the 70s to choose from.
You never know. You never know. There may be more than even we've found.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Check out our Tuesday movie review. And I will have a Friday fave this week.
Awesome.
We just need to record it, so don't forget
Cool.
to do that.
I tried uploading a short on Friday or Thursday or something, but it's too long, so I need to edit it so that I can send it out there.
So as he showed, like, subscribe, and ding.
Dang it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Where are we at? Is it this one?
Bye.